Hello, buddy. Everybody's doing well, staying warm, dry. This will be an explanation for message 12, my 1241 from the second one I received on the 22nd of January 2019. I received another one last night, the night of the 27th, which I will share on the next video posting of this later this week. I believe this one is all for everybody. I think, not partly for me. Not partly for me. Scourge of mankind, we know who that is, leaves many so blind, deaf to the words that I speak, for not humble, even less meek. That's kind of like the key, humility. As he was in humble in everything, meekness. That is kind of key to be, again, emulate him, be more like him, so you're not susceptible to darkness, and that you're more receptible to light. Fear not for deaf to the words that I speak, for not humble, even less meek. You of the forefront, who've walked so long, to those me and all the many thousands, tens of thousands like me, you are the forefront who've walked so long, coming and going amongst the throng, all called home, growing numbers, more and more of us being called. Now this less recent blood red moon, another waves being called home. All called home, growing numbers, while the world in darkness slumbers. Ode to those left behind, journey over for simple kind. So an ode to those who left behind, a song, a poem, a memory to those who were left behind, for those either those we left behind, or you left behind, or those who are being left behind. The journey is over for simple kind, which are those who are humble and meek. Moon descends post eclipse. Words unspoken means it's waning moon, or waxing, waning moon. Words unspoken from your lips, which is anything in the future that I'm being given to share. Thought takes over, increasing faith, too fast to be detected by wraith. So being communicated to and communicating through more and more with thought, because it's the fastest form of communication, fastest thing to my knowledge out there, faster than light, which is because it's so fast, it's too fast to be detected by darkness. Share them all as thou receive his words. Those who hear will believe. All the others don't believe, fruitful or not, that I share these words with, will lose all they've got of this physical world. Tim Alathiel, goeth thine way. Hear my word on proper day. That's speaking to me. Hear my word on proper day. That's the word to leave, to move. Where thou goest, a home 'tis true. Once are there, much shall view. I'll see much more. My spiritual gifts will return full force. She of mind and of spirit grows in faith as you are near. That's Judy, whom wife from past lives, who I'm going to be with. She grows in faith as I get closer. I'll be getting closer as I travel there. By the time of thy arrival, more shall learn of your survival the rest of my life in this physical world. Piece by piece, the puzzle completes. Life for each no longer repeats. So, piece by piece of my puzzle, and of God's plan, and the puzzle with her, of her past lives, will complete. Life for each of us no longer repeats. So it's both of our last lives here. They thou leave shall each do. Once they as well gain clearer view. So this meaning I got was talking about her daughters who have gifts as well, purposes to perform. So they're still fairly young yet, teenagers. This is talking to them that they thou leave, that we leave them when we leave this world, they still shall each do what they're supposed to do once they as well gain a clearer view, understanding of things, and grow in spirit. Others seek to disrupt in physical form and spiritual form, for their hearts are corrupt. Demons ply their sinful trade, even they were heaven made. Lost to darkness they were, long ago, light inside no longer know. They no longer know about the light that's inside them. Save you shall, they possessed, all I say, I do attest. So save I shall, those possessed I've seen, by looking in their eyes, some I communicated to. He mentioned that before. All I say, or referring to those in this house that I nearby where I'm going to, that are possessed or controlled by darkness. I'd be speaking of those physical people, or both. All I say, I do attest. So, no reason to doubt him. Page, who is that virgin bride mentioned before, Page, a demon-held virgin for now, once is free of sacred cow, to you shall be given to guide the way, where to go and where to stay. So she's going to be broken free of that, and I'm going to be helping her some way to save her, rescue, basically. And help her to know where to go and where to stay. Those of house which he lives, infested lot, souls of each was bought. Evil feeds as time goes by, souls of each knows not why. And this happens with people taken over by darkness. They're not even aware of it. And I've seen it in process in some people's eyes. It's like they're in shock, like they're terror, full of terror and fear, and they don't know why. They don't know, not sure what's happening. It's how darkness slowly insinuates itself into you and people, and takes over them, takes over control of them, where they're basically totally possessed or totally under the control of evil. And I see it more and more and more. Time goes by. This feeds on their physical body. They waste away. So evil feeds as time goes by. Souls of each knows not why. And here speaking specifically of those in that house where she lives. Trapped inside by those you've seen in their eyes, slipped within and in between. They slip again. They sneak in the slightest little opening you give them, and it happens all. But if you don't reject and rebuke and reject and banish and use the tools that I've shared with you, it's like a squatter. They're just gonna stay in there, and they're gonna bring in more and more of their fellow folks, and it's gonna be tougher and tougher to reject them and get rid of them. I shall send them all away by the time of final day, or my final day, or the final day. Worry not for the children there. Angels to come, and then to bear them up unto the light, all their suffering and plight. So they're being controlled by evil or possessed by evil, but they'll be rescued. As he said a while ago, that he'll take care of all that. Virgin bride, he'll not take. The demon, is head demon in that house. Virgin bride, he'll not take, or the devil. One of many will not forsake. So he's not the only one in this world. There's many in this world, as I said before. Wife of each and every life joins with thee amidst the strife. That's speaking of my past. Children too, from these wives, to aid thee well, greet them each as they do tell. And they announce themselves. Matters not where they are, there is no near nor afar. So again, he's saying there's no space and time. Hearts to open those in flesh, so in spirit thoughts can mesh. So hearts to open those in flesh around me, so in spirit the thoughts can mesh, communicate. Vanessa, Portia, all the rest. Vanessa is a wife from a previous life. Portia, one of Judy's early names. Vanessa, Portia, all the rest of wives in spirit. Once they pass the coming test, so our thoughts will mesh with all of them. Take to heart these words I say, time of departure not far away, time of leaving where I'm at presently, not far away. And the next message is giving me a little bit more information on that. So that's the meaning of that one. Hope something was in there, give you some meaning or clarity or helped you in some way, shape, or form, either now or later on, without you realizing it. So that's it for this one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace of Christ. God bless.